My name is Kwame. I'm from New York, and before I start this video, I just want to check on y'all. How y'all doing today? How you feeling? If there's anything going on, if you don't mind, you can share it down in the comment section because I'm gonna read all of it and respond to all of it. Because as you know, it's June, which is also Men's Mental Health Month. So I just want to do a quick check-in with y'all because I feel like I'm just trying to do my part and just like see how y'all doing, where y'all head is at. Because you know how it is when it comes to men and mental health. It's not like a major thing, but it should be. That out the way, we're gonna start our discussion. We back. I had to change spots because it's hot. But yeah. As y'all seen from the start of the video, the lady, she should have never made that video. First of all, it was very disrespectful and ignorant of her to make. But she put it out there, and she got bashed for it. She had it coming. And gladly, she took it down, and yeah. But this video is not to bash her or anything, or to speak down on her, because she's not the only one. A lot of people think similar to her, and even men, they just express it in different ways. So I'm just trying to resurface the issue of mental health and people's views on it and its impact on men, because it shouldn't be taken as lightly as it is. It should be like a topic that should be taken serious, and we gotta find like remedies for it. So like the downsides of mental health, obviously now talking about now, a lot of guys, right? They're lacking a sense of purpose. They're depressed. They're complacent. They don't know what to do. They're lonely. That's like on top of the food chain when it comes to it, and they just don't know what to do. And it all stems down by having poor mental health, and because of it, it just strengthens the problems that they have, and it just seems like it will never go away. I've dealt with mental health myself. I had issues um, when I was younger, right? So I feel like I can speak on this type of topic. So I could just share like quickly um, how it started for me, how I dealt with it, and I'm trying to like see what I can do to help others. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with how it started for me, right? So with me, it stemmed all the way back to middle school. I don't know, something happened, and out of nowhere, I just developed a nihilistic mindset. Like I just stopped caring about everything. Honestly, I don't know why. I'm still, trying to find out, but it just happened. And because of that, um, the energy that I gave off, it was pushing people away. Even if I didn't want them to go, it just naturally just repelled them away from me, right? And I felt alone too because of that. And that mindset it carried on with me from middle school, the entirety of high school, and even to my first year of college. And during high school, that's when we dealt with COVID. It was like around 2020, 2022. So we was in lockdown. And it was just me by myself. I had nobody, and all I had was the grading thoughts of myself. I just felt depressed. I felt lonely. I felt like life was just pointless. Thankfully, I didn't have no suicidal thoughts. I was just drifting. I was just drifting. So yeah, it wasn't until um my first year of college I hit rock bottom, and that's when I realized that this mindset, this way of thinking, my poor mental health, it had to go away. I could not carry this on into my adulthood because if I did, then I'm just, I feel, what's the word, bro? I'd be mad at myself. To be honest, I'd be mad at myself. All these people around me, they doing good, and then I'm just over here just being depressed for what too, right? So I had to make that switch. That's when I really took this mental health thing serious. So with me, I was grateful that I found one thing that I enjoy doing, and it was going to the gym. So, every morning I'd wake up, go to the gym, get the reps in. And I was doing that for long periods of time. And I built a physique that I feel proud of, Sometimes I just walk in public and then I get compliments. Not even trying to not even trying to boast about that, but I'm just saying that because this is something I'm proud of, I've done for myself, and it's being appreciated. And that actually made me feel good. And it was to the point people would come to me and ask questions, oh, how I got to this point when it came to my fitness. How can I motivate them? Or how do you find the motivation? How you be disciplined? You know, things I wouldn't say about myself, people were saying to me. So it just really got me thinking. If I'm able to do this in this area of life, I have to carry it on into other areas. So that's what I did with my academics, and I did with my relationship with other people. I'm still working on that. I'm not like a master at being social, but I'm understanding that it's something that you build over time. It doesn't come to you overnight. So if you understand that not everything comes to you immediately, you just have to work towards it, then that takes away some type of load that you have, and it makes life a little more simple. Okay, so back to y'all, because this ain't about me. I'm trying to keep this as general as possible. Um, I know that a lot of people, guys, they've been through similar situations as me, and even if it's not similar, like we're not at the same point in life, they still got the same feelings. You know, talking down on themselves, just being depressed, stuff like that. So, the best thing that I could say to y'all is really study yourselves. Study who you are, how you got to the point in life to where you're at right now, why you have the relationships that you have. Are they beneficial? Are they there just to fill up space? Are they temporary, friendships? Do these people keep you up? Because a lot of mental health, comes from the relationship that you have with people. So that's why I do stress, like, if you can, reach out to your loved ones, reach out to somebody who you haven't spoken to for a while. Just check on how they're doing because they could be going through the same thing as you. Just never know. Nobody wants to speak up about it. So just be genuine about it too. And yeah, just understand why you are the way you are. With that, you're building awareness. You see like the whole playing field of your life from sky high. Like you got a bird's eye view of it. And now with that you're able to plan your next steps and actually what's the word? Just plan ahead, right? Know your next steps. And then once you do that, write down goals that you have for yourself. Because then again, another problem with, men being down is like they don't have a sense of purpose, they don't have a mission for themselves. They feel like what they're doing is not much self-pursuit. So once you're doing things that are beneficial to you, that things that you do will feel proud of, and that's when you know that you're heading to the right direction. Not only that, you're getting closer to the man that you're destined to be. And with that, that cures mental health for it. Because first off, you're doing something that you may not enjoy doing it, but you know that doing it will achieve some type of goal that you set for yourself, and you know that you'll be proud of, because you did it. You took the time, you took the energy, probably sweat, blood, tears, everything, put your all into it, and you achieved it. How's you're doing, right? Like, dudes just want to feel useful, or they just want to accomplish things. And the next thing you want to do is to actually act on the goals that you set for yourself. I know it feels like I'm drifting away from the topic of mental health, but I feel like from my experience, actually doing things that are um, of value to you is the best cure for it, because it keeps your mind away from the degenerate thoughts that you think about yourself. It really just keeps you in a zone where you're doing something, and eventually, whatever it is that you're doing is going to pay off in the future, and then it'll just get you closer to where you need to be in life, right? So yeah, that's why I'm speaking on that. And then lastly, I just want to say, to conclude this video, stuff that you can do right now to just like bring attention to it, and actually like cater to your mental health. So things that I did, right? First off, journal. You should be able to write down your thoughts, your feelings, um, anything basically. Just like, don't bottle in anything about yourself. Try and express yourself through your words. That's number one. Two, I know I'm a black man about to say this, but if you can, bro, get therapy. Talk to somebody about your problems. It don't even gotta be a professional, a licensed therapist. It could be somebody close to you. Just talk to somebody, express your thoughts, um, vocalize it, so that at same thing, like, you're not keeping it in. And then third, I read a book that said, reading books for like 6 minutes at least, it'll like calm down some type of nerves in you. So I recommend that. Read books often, and play sports, get in the gym, be physical, do anything physical like hiking, running, gym, uh, biking, stuff like that. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all for watching all the way through. My first video. Well, it's not my first video on the channel, but it's like my first really real video that I'm like doing something like this. So drop a like and comment, and I hope y'all doing good. Have a good rest of y'all day. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Peace.